Hey everybody, this is Cis. I had like a really long day. I went out with my landlady and friend Barb to a garage sale, plant sale in Skamania County, which is a community about 30 miles from here. And then we had lunch at this beautiful place where we could see, we were right on the Columbia Gorge. And it's really unusual to find a place that's on the water. It's weird down here. Anyway, so I was really excited that we found a place. Anyway, I was just listening to this video vlog of my friend, and I'm trying to learn from her how to do a vlog. You know, it's not like I don't do enough videos, but I don't. And I thought I would share something that she said, which I thought was so brilliant for such a, at her age. I mean, she's not a baby, but she was brilliant. So here's what it said. She said, 2 truths can exist at the same time. And I thought, that is so true. We can see a situation, 2 people can see a situation, and it's completely different, but both of them are true. So I thought, I was just like, that's something to think about. Anyway, most of the time I talk about, I'm really focusing on aging and what it means to age. And it's interesting because right now I take care of a couple, and they are 12 and 15 years older than me, maybe not that much, but it's an education, because I think I could be like that eventually, but maybe not. One thing I know for sure is, as you age and as you take care of people, your family, your parents, as they age, understand that the most important thing for them is really to feel like they still have control of something. And what that may mean for you, it may mean that you have the responsibility to suck it up. In other words, just don't react to some of the things they say. Nod, and not be triggered by it. Because some of their actions may be for the sole purpose of having attention and being in control. So what is the hardest part of that is really not to get triggered, because we have relationships with our parents, we have our relationships with ourselves, and think, oh my God, I don't want to be like that. But we also are creating our future. And so it's important to, be fair and really try just not making it about yourself when you're having conversations with your parents. I so wish I understood this when my mom was alive, honestly. Because I look back at our arguments and I think, wow, she was telling me what she wanted. But I was hearing it from my jaded, mom's can be a difficult person stance, rather than just being quiet and allowing her to just tell me what was going on. And then what happens if you're constantly saying, oh mom, you shouldn't do that, or don't think that way, or whatever it is you're saying, you're not giving her a space where she can actually talk about how she's feeling, and then, or he, your dad, and then what happens is they don't talk to you about stuff. And then you find out about it when they get, admitted to the hospital for heart problems. So give your parents or yourself permission to just say what you have to say, and acknowledge it. You can acknowledge it, and you can also let them say what they say without reacting to it. I think that makes sense. I mean, it's a hard trait to do, but as I age, I not only see it in other people and with my friends and their parents, I also see it in myself. And I think, just give me one little thing that I feel like I have control over. And I guarantee you, I will be more receptive to hearing what you have to say. But also understand that we didn't live this whole life, our life, your parents' life, so that you could tell us what to do when we got to be 70s and 80s. We did not learn anything all these years. So trust us, we do know stuff. Sometimes we have a hard time or a challenge with putting it into words and helping you to understand it. But really, is it our job to make you understand it? Nope. It isn't even your job to tolerate it. I have seen lots of families, including my own, where the children were trying to control what was happening to the parents, not only control it, but also control the parent. And I am here to say that I feel a bit of remorse because I didn't give my mother permission to just be. I mean, most of the time I did, but there were times that I could have been a little bit more patient and self-aware and just let her be what she was doing and what she was being and what she wanted. So that's what I have to say today about aging and having aging parents, and, you know, give them a break. Give yourself a break. Just, it's so hard on people as they get older into their 80s and 90s and not having control of everything anymore, you know, and they might lose their privilege to drive. I mean, you know, in our generation and in my parents' generation, I mean, driving was like the end all. So, you know, to get to a point where you can't drive, and you have to be accompanied places, or you have to use a walker. I mean, no wonder they get sad. So give them permission to do and to be, and I think that they'll appreciate it more, and so will you. It will make your memories so much greater than having memories of looking back and thinking, was I doing the right thing? Was I kind enough? And, you know, just give them some control. Anyway, love you dearly. Hope you're having a fabulous day. I'm running out of energy, but I'm still here. And love you all dearly. Have a good day.